Hi, Genki Call here. It is Monday, January 8th, 2024. Oh my gosh. Welcome to Vulpacea Week, folks. We have a new campaign. We've got Vault Weekend. I'm going to go over all of the things, what you can get with your event keys, and all of the events going on. So let's start with campaign. Campaign, we have a new type of heroic gem, the lightning gem. I'm going to go ahead and read the lore. You can skip over that. It doesn't hurt my feelings, believe me. Not everybody cares about the lore. But Sunweaver approached me with a question. As she had still not passed into the afterlife, she wondered if there were a way she could talk to her most revered ancestors. I suggested we talk with folk of Vulpacea, as they knew many spirits. Right, tasks are easy as usual, which is, love that. We just get it done by playing the game. As for what you can get with your event keys this week, let's go over all of that. That will be right here. And I am going to make sure that I can see everything here, and it is sorted by base rarity. First, let's go over what you cannot get with your event keys. You will not be able to get Stellarix or the Court of Foxes troops. Those are only from the Court of Foxes, the faction, which we are going to be doing tomorrow. You will also not be able to get the tarot card. Tarot cards are only available through using your vault keys. So the things you can get, Phoenix. Phoenix is awesome. Phoenix is really good. Choose one. Deal true damage to all enemies or summon 1 to 3 Vulpacea hunters. Since you get to choose, I don't mind this at all. I don't like either or where you don't know what's going to happen, but when you can choose, I do love that, and it is true damage to all enemies. That's fantastic. No board control, but you also bless and enchant a random ally whenever you match 4+ gems, so that enchant is super nice. There are 2 others that do that. There is the new mythic Kronos. Kronos does that, and my favorite giant. Oh no, what's her name? Hold on. Mistralis. I don't know how I forgot that, but as far as I know, only those 3 troops will enchant. No, this is a random ally. Mistralis and Kronos are still the only ones that enchant all troops. My bad. Sorry, I shouldn't have even mentioned it. Anyway, but the enchant is nice. Next up, you will be able to get... Is there anything else really noticeable here? Really, really awesome. The only other really awesome troop here, you must have Todd Greenwood. Hopefully more than 1 copy. Up to 3 copies of this you're going to want, because he does damage to an enemy, creates 3 green gems boosted by Wargear allies. These journey troops that came out are so good. They are slow, but you maintain control of the board. They're very effective, and so I highly recommend that if you don't have Todd Greenwood, you use some event keys until you get it. Also, you have a chance of getting Phoenix by doing so. Anyway, everything else you see here is available except for the cards that I mentioned that you can't get. The Court of Foxes troops and the tarot card. Now, the Vulpine Mage, I don't have that yet, so let's go get that. We'll be able to get that up to level 20. I'm hitting wrong button, sorry. Shop. Before we do that, go into resources, get your Spoils of War, get your max 10 event keys if you can. It is every key is a chance at a mythic, and then go to weekly event and get your Vulpine Mage. Now this is 300 glory if you can afford it. As soon as you can start being able to afford it, I recommend getting this up to mythic level, ascendable to mythic, so that you will have a guaranteed level 20 troop for your power levels. Very, very important. Getting those power levels up increases stats on all of your troops and gets you more tributes, and it just makes the game so much more enjoyable. So I highly recommend doing that when you can. Start to do that. Anywho, let's see, what do we have next? Let's see, adventure board, what have we got today? Yeah, we've got some glory and some gems. That's always nice, and, it's always good to have some extra pet food. Next up, we have Let's see, we have the new mythic troop is still the only troop in the drop table unless, the only mythic in the drop table, unless you're using event keys. You can get Phoenix with your event keys, and you cannot get Mandragora with your event keys. So, we have Raid Boss. We still have the Kingdom Pass going on. If you are using Vulpacea troops or War Gear, then you get bonus 10 to 20%. If it's both, it's 20%. And also, if you take the new troop into PvP, you'll get an additional 5 glory per battle. Raid Boss we've got going on. I'll put out a separate video with teams for Raid Boss. Just be sure that when you are doing Raid Boss, when you are fighting Tarask, you must have Kit the Sly with you. You cannot get this guy with your event keys. You can only get him from the shop for Raid Boss. And there's a new weapon in here anyway. You're going to want that, right? So be sure to take this because he will get, as you can see here, double the magic and double the score against Tarask. So definitely take that with you. Next up this week, we have... That's the wrong button. Hold on. That's the right button. Tuesday, as I mentioned, we have the Court of Foxes Faction Assault. On Wednesday, we have the Foxite Pet. On Thursday, we have the Spirit Walker class trial, and this weekend, we have Vault. Ha ha ho! We have Vault this weekend, skip a week, and then we have Vault again. Oh my god, 2 Vault events, 2 weeks apart. It's crazy. Good stuff. Good stuff, especially if you're new to the game. Those Vault events are pivotal. Alright, are we done? No, one more thing, and that is that I want to tell you I am reworking my Discord and all of the teams to make things easier to find. I'll put out a video on that as soon as I'm finished. It's a work in process, but I am going to have attack teams easier to find for you. Anyway, that is it for the moment. Hopefully I haven't forgotten anything. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you may be, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye!